and welcome to Flights of Fandom, the show where we create improvised fan fiction using tabletop role-playing games. I'm your game master, David, he, him. I'm a graphic designer, an illustrator, and a game designer. You can check out all my game stuff over at dbb-8.itch.io. You can also check out my Instagram and Twitter over at dbrunelbrutman. And this week, folks, we are returning to the Batman universe for a full-length flight in our Escape from Arkham series. We're going all in on a full month-long story with our 4 absolute favorite mid-level Gotham City criminals. We will be playing a simplified version of Blades in the Dark, which I have hacked together and which will be available for public release at some point. I am going to call this particular season of this show Arkham's 11. With that, let me introduce the fine players for this stream. We are going to start off with Hopper in Grand Tradition.
In Grand Tradition of me not knowing what the fuck I'm doing. What's up, everybody? I'm Hopper. I use they, them pronouns. And am I supposed to be introducing myself on like social media or some shit? I don't know.
Do it.
Yeah, what's up?
Tell the people where to find
you. If you like trash fires, like picture the gif of the dumpster on fire floating away in a flood. That's me. I can be found on and around the interwebs at Fail Deadly. That is with a 3 instead of an E, because as always, I am a bad person. Are we doing character intros?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up? And I will be reprising my role as Olly, the driver who works for Poison Ivy and is just a very good, respectful employee with no other issues or concerns going on in their lives. Olly also uses they, them pronouns.
Awesome.
That's it. That's it.
Moving on over to Puja.
Hello, everybody. I'm Puja. You can find me on Twitter at Puja. And I am here today to reprise the role of undoubtedly my most unhinged character, Manny Quinn. I am very excited to see where unbridled id takes us tonight. It's gonna be good. Oh yes, both of our pronouns are she, her, and he loves her wife a lot.
Popping on up to Mattie, the returning champion.
Hi, Mattie here. I go by they, them pronouns. I am an illustrator and MFA student at FIT. You can find me online at Cellartater, which is one word and it's like cellar and then taters and tater tot, on Twitter and Instagram, where I sometimes post my art when not shackled by crippling anxiety. So, once every 6 months. Tonight I will be playing Ed, your neighborhood criminal turned insurance tech dad. And I'm very excited.
All right, and rotating the clock back around to Marcy.
Y'all, it's me, Marcy, aka Experimental Madness, and that is the name you can find me most places around the internet, except on Twitter, where I intend to fully remain the resident cryptid, but in theory you can find me under the username Marciful. My pronouns are she, her, and I am reprising the role of Jacky Ripley, just great at decision-making, totally not a train wreck most of the time. She's doing fine. Can't wait to see where she's at.
All right. So let's get started. We are going to begin with a blazing red sky as the sun sets over the Art Deco spires of Gotham City. We hear the hum of the workday dying down in Midtown and the financial district, and the hum of the nightlife winding up uptown, downtown, and in the outer boroughs of Gotham. We're looking down onto a nondescript street in a seedier part of town. Steam is rising from the sewer grates, and a car pulls up, and 4 figures get out. A quick recap. Last year, the 4 of you got together to bust you and your bosses out of Arkham Asylum. Then later on, at the end of the year, you attended a New Year's gala at the Arkham Museum of Art, which was crashed by some of those very same bosses. They appeared to be stealing artifacts, but in fact, the whole thing was an elaborate setup to capture the Batman. You stopped this plot and made off with the artifacts, interestingly. It's been a few weeks. The heat has died down, so you've gone to move these artifacts and get paid. Who is your trusted fence who you've gone to, and where are you meeting them?
Trusted?
Such a strong word, really.
I was gonna say,
Who do you trust enough in the Gotham underworld to move a couple artifacts that you hoisted from the art museum?
Selena Kyle's little sister?
I was just gonna go to the manager of the shift at the Starbucks or
I was just gonna say
It's Gotham.
It is Gotham.
guy,
Also,
the guy that works at the pawn shop where I sold my 3 wedding rings after my divorces. He's pretty. I mean, that place has to be a front, like.
For sure. Okay, I mean, I personally like that one
Me
because
too.
it's got some Ed sauce on it and some history. What's this pawnbroker's name? This is an open question.
Dead. No.
I was
Another Ed?
Ted word.
Dead.
Yeah, it's Ted. Great. So Ted.
Cursed. Extremely cursed.
Stream is cursed. It's okay.
Great. So you pull up in front of Ted's Quality Pawnbrokers.
Quality.
We buy gold, antiques, guns. The usual.
does it say,
Olly?
the usual on the sign?
Yeah, somebody has scrawled
Amazing.
that. Somebody has scrawled that underneath the neon sign in the window. Olly, why don't you give us a description of the car that pulls up?
Oh,
which
it's
you are driving.
it's like a 3-year-old Toyota Sienna in a really awful teal color.
You're keeping it undercover, a nondescript vehicle. Nobody's the wiser.
Definitely stole it from Ed's coworker.
Yeah. So the does a Sienna have a slidey?
Yeah,
Boy.
it's got the slidey doors.
Great. So the side door slides open, and I think first out, let's get a description of Jacky.
Jacky hops out of the car, sort of pops the leather jacket collar that she's wearing, and just sort of anxiously cracks her knuckles together. Clearly wants to get in and get this done. She's sporting a healing black eye on one side of her face and a busted lip. It's unclear whether these might have been from the last time they tangled with the Batman or if they were from any number of other previous heists. She's relatively average in height, wiry. She's got one side of her head shaved. The remaining hair is really, really, really badly dyed purple and seems to be still trying to come back into her natural brown. It just seems no matter what she does, she can't get hair dye to stick properly. So she looks like her usual mess, slightly put together. This is her subtle mess.
Great. So we see Jacky get out. Next out, Ed. Let's get a description of Ed.
Ed he kind of stumbles as he gets out of the car. Always gets car sick in the back, always. But Ed is clean shaven, average height, like 5'9", 5'10". He's a little husky, but just like an average guy. He's got a high and tight haircut and brown hair and brown eyes. If you pass this guy on the street, you just wouldn't look twice at him. Very normal looking man. Probably just wearing I'm thinking like a button-down shirt. Yeah, like a button-down shirt and slacks, like a day at the office. But he definitely looks a little green around the gills. And he kind of grabs Jacky's shoulder as he's hopping out. Okay, not gonna hurl on your leather jacket.
Yeah, please don't do that. You need a bag or something.
Do you have like a Dramamine or?
Yeah, let me just pull it out of my purse for you.
Ed waits patiently.
I'm not wearing a purse, Ed.
Oh, okay. Well, you have all these pockets. I don't know, like, where do you keep?
I've got some Tic Tacs. Right?
Where do you keep your? I would love a Tic Tac. That'd be great.
Jacky pulls out that and hands you some.
And
I eat the Tic Tac.
as Ed pops the Tic Tac, Manny, you're next out of the minivan. Let's get a description of Manny.
As opposed to Ed, Manny pretty much jumps, toes pointed, ready to go, eager to be unleashed on the world. Whatever aesthetic this group was going for, Manny did not get the memo. She is about as attention drawing as a flashlight in a pitch black tunnel. She has got brightly blue dyed hair, is wearing a sequined vest of some kind over shorts, which are over ripped fishnets, but there's also some sort of leg warmer sock situation and sneakers, and it doesn't make sense, but it also makes sense. It's an outfit that probably should, as I was joking to folks before stream, Manny looks like she's on her way to Burning Man, but every single day.
Amazing. And with that, our view moves around, flips over to the driver's side of the vehicle where Olly emerges. Olly, who do we see?
So Olly is of average height, wearing very large aviators to kind of protecting their eyes from the sun or lights or whatever. Bright green mohawk that's kind of plastered down a little bit, clearly a little bit unkempt. Sides need to be shaved a little bit. Leather vest, nondescript hiking pants, and some big old shit kicker steel-toed boots. They look like if they don't have drugs, they could probably sell you drugs. And everything is very clearly repaired by hand and patched. And there's just a general air of awareness about them.
Oh, I was going to say delinquency, but
delinquency works as well. Yeah, Olly is crust punk suave, if that makes any sense.
Yep. All right. So those are the 4 people that we see getting out of this nondescript minivan and walking into Ted's pawn shop. You go in, the bell rings. Ted, of course, sees you from across behind the counter and buzzes open the cage on the inner door, and welcomes you in. Oh, it's Eddie, my friend. How are you? Good to see you.
Oh, Ted, how's the business? How's it going?
Business in this town is garbage. Always garbage.
Well, I have some hot items for you.
Yes, I know. I'm very interested in these. We talk on the phone. I'm waiting for you.
Yes, very hot. Very hot.
Right. I closed the shutters for this one. And
I think that would be good.
Ted flips a switch. You hear like a bing as the gate locks, and security shutters go over the front window of the pawn shop. Which, to be clear, doesn't really change the lighting situation all that much. This is a dirty window, and it is just cluttered with junk of all description behind the glass. You would have to really, if you were walking along the street, try very hard to find a gap to peer in to see what was going on. But nonetheless, Ted closes the shutters. Okay, so let's see them. And Ted gestures at the counter that he's standing in front of.
You got the items, Ed.
Oh, right. Yes, I did remember them. Right. Yep. Ed runs back to the car really quick.
Edward, the gate is locked. Let me unlock the gate again. Okay, I buzzed. Bzzzt. Okay, now you can open it.
1 second. I'd forget my own butt if it wasn't so big and also attached to me. Huh? Okay, all right.
He's a good guy, but
He's a great guy.
He's scattered.
We love him. Good old lad.
I run back in with an old JanSport backpack.
Okay, don't run into the cage. No, I gotta buzz the cage. Oh. Okay. And Ted buzzes the cage. Bzzz.
Man, you really gotta buzz it every time. I guess that's security.
In this part of town, yes, you better believe it needs security.
This backpack has the items. And I put the backpack on the counter.
Hey.
Then somebody want to pull them out? I'm not the greatest showman. The movie.
Jacky reaches inside and pulls out. God, now I have to remember what it was we stole.
Yeah.
We definitely have a papoose.
What did y'all steal?
We had a papoose, and we have a cursed mirror. Did we get that one? We got the cursed mirror, and there were some totems for Ivy.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna look at
It was
Yeah.
we have we
I remember.
Our purpose was to steal the
I have
cursed
this all
mirror
written down,
and
but I am going to make you struggle to remember all of them.
I think I got it.
No, and we stole the papoose from the South American Indigenous art exhibit with which to carry that, because we didn't bring backpacks.
Right.
Because we weren't there for a heist, we were there to support Ed's children, which is a real sentence that Olly just said out loud.
It's true though.
Did we? I don't think we got all of them.
You did not.
We only
No,
managed
we
to get a
got
couple.
yours and mine. I don't.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you got the mirror. So this is an ancient Egyptian rotating mirror. You got an Incan statuette and the the papoose, the beautifully woven papoose to hold it in. There were some other items that your bosses asked you to go after, but one thing led to another. You didn't get to those, and turns out they didn't care anyway, which is why y'all have them, and not in this case Two-Face and Poison Ivy.
Why do I remember
Didn't know we took them though.
a bracelety thing that because I know it wasn't Manny's thing that she was looking for something to take for Harley.
You did.
Oh, you definitely stole some like jade
I stole some
or
old ass
some
jewelry.
bracelets.
You did, yes, you did.
Yeah, you definitely
Just to
did.
wear, just
Did
to
you
have
give
for the
that?
heist.
Did you
I
give
was
that
like,
to
oh
Harley?
yeah, this will
though?
work.
Or are you actually going to try to sell that? I
No,
thought it was
that's
a
going.
gift for
That she stole a present for Harley. That went to Harley.
Romance.
So,
Someone's got to do it.
so Ted lays these all out. He has some cotton gloves that he puts on in a jeweler's loop. Starts inspecting these things, sort of probing at them with some small tools, and sort of shaking his head. Looks
What?
again.
What's that?
No. I'm sorry. These are no good.
What do you mean they're no good? We took them out of the museum.
These are fakes. These are all fakes. They're good ones. You come to someone lesser than Ted here, maybe they don't spot it, but no. You look here, this weathering, tarnishing, that's been added later. That is not real. And this it appears to be gold, but you scratch it a little, it's just paint. It's over tin. It's not the genuine article. And these here, he stretches out the papoose, synthetic fibers. Yeah.
Is everything in the museum just a total fake then?
Maybe, or maybe someone knew that these things would be stolen and replaced them.
Oh, well, then we gotta go back to the museum. And like Jacky's like already like cracking her knuckles, being like, we did not go through all of that just to get stiffed.
But if you're gonna do some stealing, like, isn't there an easier place than the museum?
I don't know. I was getting used to it.
Yeah, fair.
I don't
They
normally
probably
steal
upped their
things. That's
security
not really my
now.
job.
So let's
Well-
circle back around to the fact that we weren't planning on stealing any of these things. So somebody would have just guessed that there might be a heist, not even who it would be.
Or, I mean,
Well, from
Well-
what Ed tells me on telephone, you weren't planning on stealing these things, but somebody was.
Yeah.
and if I was able to hack, and find out, what they were looking for, I don't know. I mean, either that or literally everything in the museum is a fake.
I do not know. Everything I know here is these. I can give you $100, $150 each for each item.
Hold
I can
hold
maybe
the fuck
resell
up there, Teddy
these
Bear.
as like a bookshelf knickknack to someone who doesn't care.
Let's wind it the fuck back. You said so. You're saying they knew we were gonna steal the papoose, which we just took so we could carry the other shit.
Yeah. It's because we
Yeah,
were
no
all
one's
dressed
that good.
fancy and didn't
Well,
have purses on us.
look,
well, I didn't.
I don't
trust-
know. Did
I
you
trusted.
did you encounter anyone who might have switched it on you? I don't know.
Well, the Batman was there.
Yeah, but he didn't have time to take it.
Look, he's got a lot of bullshit on his belt, but he doesn't have a fucking weird cursed mirror thing.
I was holding it the whole
People.
time.
I think they probably put it in storage and put out fakes. That seems more likely.
Or somebody switched it on us since we left.
I don't know what to tell you.
Ed, where you been keeping these?
You
Did
know,
we really give it to Ed?
the
to
cube
keep
smart
in his van?
cube smart storage units? You know, you call it, they're pretty cheap for,
Oh,
like,
shit. Do we
you
have to
know.
go look at some cameras?
Mm-hmm.
or what's it, extra space storage?
Hey, Ed, do you mind, like, busting into the camera feed for the storage place or something?
Right. Yes. I just have to remember which one it was. You know, it's probably Cube Smart. That's it. Yes.
You can hack into all of them.
Just hack them all.
Right, that's right. Well, okay, it's not like you just do it. You just like, oh, there's a computer. Okay, I'll go hack into Cube Smart. We gotta go into Cube Smart.
Is that not
Like,
how it works?
That's, I mean, that's always what it looks like. Like, you just gotta be, like, skilled and shit.
You
But
type a bunch
are.
of buttons and then you say hacked, and somehow you do it.
You're like, yeah, like HACK now.
I definitely
What?
watched you hack dinner reservations at that one Korean Hmong fusion place with your phone.
Wait, but we were okay. But we're okay. But see, okay.
We were
listen,
on our way
there's-
there.
Ed,
no,
don't
but see,
sell yourself
there's-
short, buddy. We all know your crazy talents.
For what it's
Like, you
worth,
can do
Ed, if
I do a best.
for what it's worth,
Okay,
you could just through like the Wi-Fi in this store, like attempt to hack directly over to like the network for the storage place and see if you
All
can
right.
get their security.
I'm gonna try to
cams.
hack into the network.
Do it.
Oh God, as I
All right.
drop my dice. Meanwhile, though, I'm trying to explain the difference between like there's the online servers and then there's the in-house one that they're not connected to Wi-Fi. But it's just, I think it's just falling on deaf ears.
Yeah.
Jackie's
if-
looking at the guns.
Basically, if you're lucky, these folks will be stupid.
Oh, right.
Much
Yeah,
like,
totally.
let's say, just to pluck a crazy random real world example, that pipeline operator who had their goddamn security system connected to their billing system, which was connected to the public internet where anybody could get to it. Just as an
Yeah.
example of something
That's
that
a really good point.
I hate that so many massive social engineering hacks, like remember the virus that was intended to take down the Iranian plutonium refineries? You know how that got distributed? You just dropped a bunch of fucking USB drives around. And like we're like, somebody's
believe
gonna
it.
pick one up and plug it in their computer to see what's on it.
I absolutely believe this.
I hate that so much.
I'd be like, oh, I want to know it. Past knowledge.
So Ed, I think we're looking at what do you think? A tinker roll
Yeah.
First roll
to
of the
tinker
night. Woo!
with some electronic systems. So-
yeah, I believe I have 2 dots. I have 2
Yep.
dots in Tinker. So, yeah. Okay.
And then
so I think I'm just gonna roll 2d6. Unless
so you're starting
I-
with 2. You are dice you lose. This I'm going to say this self-storage security system that they have their cameras connected to is level 0. No level penalty here.
Oh.
You don't have any harm, and you're not in a desperate situation, so you're still starting with those 2.
Okay.
You do not currently exceed the target's level, unfortunately, so no extra dice there. Nobody's assisting you. And the only other thing you can do is push yourself or take a devil's bargain to get some more dice.
So I think I'm just gonna start with 2.
All right. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, no. You know what? No, I'm feeling the heat. You know, maybe I've lost, like, okay, maybe putting it in the Cube Smart storage wasn't the best idea.
What?
So I think I am going to push myself, and take 2 stress to get another die.
Okay. Great. So mark off the 2 stress. You're rolling with 3d6.
Okay. Big numbies. Cool. Okay, no. I add them all together, right?
Pick out your highest one and tell us what that is.
Oh, okay. Well, the highest one's 5.
Okay. So that's a partial success. So you do it, but there's a complication or a consequence. And I mean, I think the consequence just has to be that somebody broke in. You Ed, you hack into the storage systems networks. You go in through like you start going through their like public portal where people access their accounts online, and you just scoot back around that into their private servers, scoot on over to the part of the server that has the security camera recordings, and I think what you see is you're going through the logs of the camera that would be pointed at your unit in the storage facility, and you go through. You're like, okay, timestamp, and you're just going through like all of the dates that you had your stuff here, and there is a file missing. So it jumps from like let's say the timestamp is like 8 p.m. right, and then it jumps and the 9 p.m. file is missing, and then there's the 10 p.m. file, and you scrub through the end of the 9 p.m. video and the start of the 10 p.m. video. Not seeing anything, but hold on. At the very, very beginning of the 10 p.m. video, is that like a shadow of somebody cast on the ground? But it vanishes immediately.
Can I look at... Are there, like, hallway cameras?
Yeah, this is what you're looking at. So you're looking at a camera that's, like, looking down the hallway.
Okay. I'm not looking at the camera. Right. No, why would there be a camera in the storage unit? I literally was dressed in a storage facility, like, moving all of my crap there. Like, no. Okay. Okay. So, could I... Oh, okay, so it looks like, well, I don't have any proof that anybody stole or switched the items, but there's some funny business. Okay, well, if you see right here, there's a shadow, and then it's gone. And then you see here, well, you said that the 8 p.m. time slot, or was it the 9 p.m. time slot was missing, right? One of the hours
like
was
9 to 10 was missing from one day.
And
a bitch.
Okay, my friends, well, maybe there is funny business, but my business is giving people cash for things, so do you want the money for these or no?
I mean, I kind of want... this is like really frustrating. I could do with like a smoothie. We could like get a smoothie.
You don't want to take this fake stuff and hit someone on the head with it?
I do.
I mean, I thought
preferably the people that stole the real stuff from us.
Well, yeah, or
okay,
just
but again, please
do
do this outside my store. Thank you.
Ted,
of course.
Ted, how
Well,
much
can
did
we
you
sell
say you would
one
give
of-
us for this?
I could do for this. He holds up the mirror. I could probably do 150. This little stone man. I think 125. And the bag, this is hard to display. I'm not sure I can move this. I give you 50.
Cool. Can we swap that just for like guns?
Yeah, you want goods for goods? Sure. I tally it up. Trade you. What do I say? About let's say 250 in firearms. That we can do.
Jacky's already making a beeline for the gun display.
All right.
Manny's
so,
just looking at jewelry.
So I think we we see you looking over the firearms. You pick out something, okay. You are not getting a lot of trade-in value here, and Ted is sort of taking the items and just sort of unceremoniously just like plopping them in some like milk crates that he has behind the counter. And we cut back to that overhead view of the street. We see the four of you leave the pawnbrokers, get back into the minivan, and the neon sign on the pawnbroker shop is shut off as the four of you drive off into the darkening tangle of Gotham City. Cut 2, 6 months later.
Woo! Woo!
Jacky,
Hi.
what have you been up to in the past 6 months or so?
Things.
Mm-hmm.
Things. Lots of things. Doing some heists and jobs. I think where you might find her at the moment is getting kicked out of a bar and sporting some more bruises. Still can't seem to get rid of that busted lip. She just shrugs and just keeps on walking a little staggeredly, but she's fine. Maybe a heist went bad. She reaches into her pocket, pulls out a cigarette, thinks about lighting it, and then it's just no. Yeah, she's been great. Doesn't she look great? Is it raining? It's Gotham. It's raining, right?
I mean, if you've just been kicked out of a bar and you're a mess and you're walking down the streets of Gotham, there's a light drizzle.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. No umbrella. She seems to be reluctant to go anywhere. Like she's just sort of walking aimlessly down the street. She passes a storefront that still has a light on, but is obviously closed, and looks inside. And David, can you tell me if Miri is visible in the bakery?
What time is it?
Probably like 9 or 10.
I think you probably like catch your sister's silhouette on the just through the doors to the back of the bakery.
Yeah, she hesitates for a minute, almost wanting to go inside, and then just sort of like not slams, but like presses her head up against the glass door and just heaves a sigh and just sort of gives her head a little shake and, disappears before her sister can see her. And it's just seemingly wandering the streets at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Do you go home at any point?
That's a fun question. Hypothetically, no. And maybe yes. No,
right.
No, she does not.
So,
You can crash on my couch.
are.
Maybe she does. Maybe she crashes on Ed's couch once in a while.
Jacky. Oh, Jacky.
What?
Okay. Well, I got nothing. I got some Pedialyte no reason not.
I'll take a
here.
Guinness.
Okay.
It's got more calories in it.
Okay, here. How about you have a Guinness and then and I'll give you a Guinness and a Pedialyte. How about that?
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, I know, right? Great. I I give it to Jacky.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I think Jacky, you're replaying this scene from the previous day or what have you as you're walking down the street. Your phone buzzes in your pocket, starts ringing.
I look at the caller ID.
Unknown.
I open it and don't answer. Yeah, she's got an old flip phone. What of it?
Wow.
She doesn't have, Jacky doesn't have a lot of money.
All
Doesn't
right.
say anything.
So you hear, the sort of tone of the sort of like hiss tone on the other end that indicates that somebody is there. They wait a beat, and then you hear, "Hey kid, it's Carmine. I want to talk to you."
What do you want?
Got a job for you.
Last I checked, I don't work for you anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Unless you take a new contract.
I'm not taking contracts until I hear what exactly it is that you want.
All right. Then, let's have a chat. And Jacky, a black town car
Holy
sort of cruises up from behind you. And yeah.
Jacky, you son of a bitch. Just like sort of talking to herself and gets in the car.
Yep. So you open up the back door, slide into the back seat next to Carmine Falcone.
Make it quick.
This is, we see an older guy with slicked back white hair and a dark mustache, dressed in a very fine pinstripe suit, looking very comfortable in the back seat of his car. This is, of course, a mover and shaker in the crime world of Gotham City. Ah, Jacky, it's good to see you. I haven't heard much from you lately. No one's heard much from you lately.
You know, I'm keeping myself to myself.
You haven't been seen with Two-Face recently either. You kids okay?
We're fine. He's fine, and I think you might be the last person he'd want me to be in a car with. So, like I said, make it quick.
Well, he and I have tussles, but we have an understanding, I think.
For now.
Anyway, not trying to muscle in on his territory. I just noticed you ain't been around much in the limelight. Thought you could use a gig. So, let me lay it out for you, Jack. You got a crew? You know some kids, right?
That depends.
Okay. Well, word around is you've been pulling some pretty high-profile jobs with a couple of talented youngins.
I got connections. What can I say?
Good. I like that. That's what I was hoping, because you're gonna need a team for this one. So for once, I'm not asking you to whack somebody. I need you to rescue somebody, as it happens.
That's never been my my thing. Why'd you ask me to do that?
Well, I want you to get him out of Blackgate.
What?
You broke out of Arkham Asylum. That's a pretty heavy security joint. Comparable. I don't know too many people who can do that. And not too many people who are for hire, you understand?
Okay, so let's say I say yes to this. Who's the target?
Someone who I owe a favor. A big one. You'll
That
be
doesn't
paid,
really narrow it down.
of course.
I want to know who it is I'm agreeing to break out of Blackgate before I say yes to this, and I don't care how much you're paying.
All right. Here you go. And he hands over a manila folder. You pop it open, and you see a jail. You see like a photocopied jail admittance paperwork. There is a photograph paper clipped to the top of it. It's a photo of a woman with dark hair, and underneath it is written, inmate number 87794, Selena Kyle. Cat got herself caught. You think you could get her out?
You owe Selena Kyle a favor? I find that funny.
Hey, listen. I owe her a favor now. I hire a crew to get her out. She owes me a favor. Back and forth. That's the way it works in Gotham City.
Yeah, I got some people that can do this.
All right.
And after this is done, you lose my number.
All right. You say so. But, one more thing, Jack. Kyle, you get her out. Like I said, I'll pay you. But she's got something planned. And, I think if you get her out of Blackgate, she might cut you in on it. I'd ask if I were you.
Why don't we
Just,
see if I can break her out?
A friendly tip from me to you.
Are we done?
We're done, kid. Let me know if you get her.
Will do.
You exit the black town car, which drives off. We cut to Manny. Manny, what have you been up to?
I think Manny's been up to petty crime when it's needed, punching finance bros when it's needed, which is always, and I think living a pretty happy life as long as Harley's around. I think Manny's a simple girl with simple tastes.
Yeah, so about you and Harley.
Oh no. Oh no.
What are you currently in the middle of an absolutely huge knockdown, drag out fight about?
Whether I was out of line for breaking the hands of the chef at her favorite restaurant for goosing her.
All right.
I mean, he can't cook anymore, and Harley's not ready to forgive me yet. You know, she's like, it's my body. I can decide. That's fine. I said it was fine, and I just went off the handle. And now she can't have her favorite Ethiopian food. And
I will ask you, has this fight in sort of classic comic book style gotten physical, or is it a verbal fight only?
Parts of their house are upside down. Yeah, it's I mean, I think they was throwing of stuff probably, and
yeah. So we
probably
see
some pots through walls.
We see a mug, a sort of funky handmade ceramic mug.
We made that on our
just
third date.
Launched across your shared apartment, and Manny, it just narrowly misses your head as it slams into a lamp, which crashes to the ground. And Harley is yelling at you. I don't need you to baby me, okay? I can take care of myself, and I don't need you coming in and acting like you're gonna take care of everything, okay? I'm a capable lady, and I want to be treated that way.
I know, baby, but he was rude, and when I told him to get his hands off you, he started mouthing off like, "What's a girl to do?" But you know what? I'm sorry. I understand that.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, he might have been out of line, but when somebody's out of line for me, I take care of that for myself, okay? You're always following me around and acting like, oh, I got this. I can take care of everything, and I'm my own woman, okay? And sometimes, I freaking feel like you. Like having you around is just like it's like I'm dating another me, and I can't deal with it. I'm my own person, okay?
What? I think we just need some time to cool off because you're saying things that don't think you mean.
Fine, okay, fine. I gotta go. I gotta go, okay? And Harley is gonna grab a bag and start, like, stuffing things into it. Okay,
wait,
I am not gonna have a fight with you about who goes and who stays. No, Pudding, baby, I love you, but I just need to be by myself right now, okay?
Okay. Just as long as you're gonna come back sometime.
I don't know. I'll call you, okay? I'll call you. I'll text you. And she shoves it's like just miscellaneous, like she's not paying any attention. She's got this big like carpet bag, and she's just shoving, like, there's a jacket, there's like
four
some
pants,
tights,
one shoe, no
like
underwear.
a couple of forks.
A pot holder?
Like a pot holder, some coasters.
The French press.
Ooh, that's cruel.
And she slings the bag over her shoulder, and looks back at you, Manny. Her mascara is running. Her hair is all mussed. And she just gives you this, like, kind of like angry, sad puppy dog look, and then just pushes her way out of the apartment past Jacky in the hall, and Harley is just, boom, 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 down the stairs. She's out.
Nice seeing you, Harley.
Jacky, you've shown up to talk to the first of your new recruits for this job. What do you do?
At first, the door is wide open. I'm assuming, so Jacky's just like,
She sees the carnage.
I can come back another time. You
Jackie?
okay? Yeah, hi.
No, it's okay. You can come in.
Sorry
Sorry about the mess.
for barging in on you unannounced. Just like looking around at the chaos and is just,
I think Manny's just sitting on the floor of the kitchen.
everything cool between you and Holly?
No. I think she's big mad.
Oh shit. Well, I'm sorry about that. She'll probably come back.
Yeah, I hope so, but she said she'd call me.
Jacky is not good at this situation. Jacky tentatively walks over to you and just sort of very stiltedly pats your shoulder. It's like, yeah, arguments suck like that.
Yeah. She said I was another version of her. And
What?
that she needed space. I always thought that's what we were supposed to do, you know? Like, if you, like, look, you know, you see it all the time on the internet with the lesbians and the urge to merge, and, like, we thought that was normal.
I thought you guys were regular double act.
Yeah.
She'll be back. I mean, she'll be back. Come on, Manny. You guys got it. I mean, let's be real.
I know. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess. Hey, why are you here? You didn't come for this.
No, well, I think I got a gig. It was unexpected, and I need to get a crew together in order to pull it off. And if we do, I think it might give us some decent pay.
All right, I can. That would be one way to show Harley that I'm my own person. I don't need to just keep her safe on her things. I can.
Yeah, think about it, and then you can buy her something nice, and she'll be back here before you know it. When we're done with the job.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's better than me sitting here and eating dried ramen on the floor, which is what I was gonna do.
Jacky looks a little like there's a bit of a, oh god, it's like looking into a mirror right now, but she doesn't say anything. And instead, she says, you don't even want to hear what it is?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll come with you.
All right, we're going to get the rest of the usual gang, and we're going to Blackgate. I probably should tell you that, even though you didn't want to hear it. But we're going to go break out Selena Kyle.
Oh, kitty cat.
Yeah, she's good people. I figured, why not?
Yeah. Better than some of the people we've broken out.
I don't know about that so much.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Let's agree to disagree while we go get the rest of the crew.
Doesn't, like, I don't know. Harley said sometimes she does some, like, Robin Hood shit.
Well, this is kind of good. I mean, Selena Kyle takes some stuff and gives and disperses it around the city sometimes.
Hey, I am happy to take money from assholes and give it around or keep it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's kind of Falcon that asked me to get this crew together. That's not important. Let's go get the rest of the crew. You didn't care about this. You just said yes to the job. You didn't even ask me for the information.
Well, while we're walking, you on first name basis with Falcone? How'd you find you? What you been doing?
I've not been doing anything. Not recently, anyway. Look, it's complicated. Why don't we get the rest of the crew, and then I can fill y'all in on the details.
Just give me a minute to get dressed, and
you want some help?
She'll go get dressed, and yeah.
Jacky's gonna try to clean up, and her definition of cleaning up is she just shoves the mess in under the bed and into the closet.
she shoves some broken shards of mugs like under the couch.
Yeah, Jacky's not
That's
great
her
at cleaning.
helping.
Yeah, so we
I love
pull
it.
out from the two of you kind of puttering around the Quinn residence, and we cut to Ed. What's Ed been doing lately?
Just been going to work, coming home from work. Sometimes Jacky, crashes at my place. Sometimes we have movie nights. We're gonna watch ECA. That's the next one. But just the regular day-to-day, just going to basketball games, dance recitals, just living my life.
Mm-hmm.
And also sometimes maybe I take a little bit off the top of Grandma June's insurance policy and use it to pay my alimony. But I rarely ever do that. So
Yeah, rarely.
Usually not more than once a week. Yeah.
Great. So, Ed, it is a beautiful, bright, sunny morning in Midtown Gotham. Ed, you're walking in the scrum of commuters to the headquarters of the insurance company where you work as a software engineer for another honest and fully legal day's work.
As usual.
As usual. And, Ed, as you approach the office tower, you see GCPD cars with lights flashing parked out front, and the whole front plaza of the building is cordoned off with police tape, and it's swarming with uniformed and plainclothes cops.
Oh. Do I see anybody I know?
Not immediately, no.
Okay. Do they appear to be looking for someone?
I think if you stand there for a minute and look at what they're doing, there are uniformed officers who are sort of like just forming a cordon. There's a bit of there's some gawkers starting to gather, and you can see officers like bringing bank boxes and like computer equipment out of the building. And there seem to be some plainclothes officers kind of supervising this operation.
I'd like to not. I don't think I want to go in. I don't want to necessarily stand out to a cop. But if I could just get a little closer and maybe elbow one of the gawkers. Hey, you know what's going on here?
No idea. The cops have the whole place locked down. They're raiding the place.
Oh, right, wait. I'm a hacker. Right. Can I tune into cops have radios and stuff. Yeah. Can I tune into? Can I see what they're saying? Can I see what the chatter is?
Yeah, sure. How do you want to do this?
Oh boy. I think I just pull out my, I would say one of those things that people use to detect radar on the highway when they're trying to speed, but those things are huge. So I think I just pull out my jailbroken phone. And I'm just fiddling with it. I want to I want to see if I can log into their like, because sometimes fire and police departments will have their own little. They'll have like a network, where they kind of say what's going on, or they're talking back and forth to each other. So I'm just gonna try to hack in.
Yeah. Okay.
Tinker.
I mean, this is like, I don't think this requires a roll because it's like, this is dead simple stuff. They're broadcasting on like walkie-talkies, shortwave radios, just over the air. Like some of this stuff is it's practically public, and you hear some chatter that sounds like it's from inside the building. Like, all right, floor 3, I think is cleared. We're gonna move up to 4. I think there's a server room that we want to check out on there, and we're gonna start unloading that stuff. We might need some more vans here. You hear that sort of thing. And basically discuss it, like just a lot of chatter back and forth discussing the logistics of getting a lot of documents and computer equipment out of this building. I think you also definitely catch somebody saying, no, none of them are in their offices. They're all gone. Every single one of them. I don't know. Somebody tipped them off. Well, I don't know who. Yeah, well, we'll frickin' figure it out. Okay.
I checked my email for the first time that morning. Did I miss a memo?
You have, I think normally when you open your email, like you have a few messages in the morning whenever you open your work email for the first time. Nothing. Absolutely nothing in your work email.
Well,
I think as you're doing this, one of the plainclothes cops calls out to you. Hey, you! Detective Renee Montoya, GCPD. Can I talk to you for a minute? And you see a Latina woman in a leather jacket with dark brown hair up in a ponytail, and she's flashing a police badge at you.
As it gets this super deer in headlights look. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
morning.
excuse me, sir. Do you work here? I notice your ID badge, and she points to the company ID badge dangling off your belt.
Do I work here? Now that's a really interesting question. I'm actually,
Is it, sir? I
well,
think it's a pretty simple question, as a matter of fact.
well, it's, it's my first day here.
Uh-huh.
And
you picked a hell of a first day to show up on the job.
Yeah, did somebody die? Did somebody get murdered? What's,
Oh, no, nothing like that. Turns out your new employer was, running a huge, large-scale insurance fraud. Years. We finally got him.
Oh.
Yeah, boys have been working on this case for a long time, but we couldn't crack it. Somebody was paying somebody off somewhere along the line to keep these guys safe, but they must have stopped sending in that protection money because we finally got the break we needed to nail him.
Oh. Well, Yes, I better polish off the old resume. I mean, it's not that old because, as I said, this is my first day here, so I've been job hunting recently.
If I were you, sir, I would see if your previous employer will have you back or something. Because when we find the execs, when we track them down, everybody's going to jail.
Everybody, like
Not. Oh, no. I see. I see your face there. All the executives who were doing the fraud.
right,
Not the employees.
right. So if you were just like a you were working, you know, security, or you know, you were a software engineer.
Yeah. Is that what they hired you on as?
Yeah.
Oh, huh.
That's my first.
Could I take your information down, because we're moving a lot of servers out of this building right now, and we are going to need somebody to get into those. If they gave you any kind of access information before your first day on the job, where we could like get into the email servers, see what's going on, we're trying to track down these dirty execs. You'd really be helping us out. And
Right,
she
and-
has her notepad like out of the thing, ready to go.
And it's the execs that would be, going down. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can turn some bad luck into a real good deed.
Yeah. So, would I be like would I be employed by the police department, or?
Well, we might be able to bring you in as like a consultant or something. I'd have to work out the details with the department.
Yeah. My name's Ted.
Ted. Last name?
Garden.
Chardon. How do you spell that?
Like just shard as in shard of glass, and then en.
Oh,
like
yeah.
garden.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And can I get like a number, an email, just somewhere where I can contact you?
Yeah. So it's Ted Chardon 69. I was born in 69. At gmail.com.
Great. Right.
And I don't have a phone.
Montoya looks puzzled by this statement, but just sort of shrugs. All right. If we need your help getting into these servers, I'll give you a call. We're also trying to track down other employees who might have, access to some of this stuff. So, we might not need to call you at all, Mr. Chardon. But yeah, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And sorry about a really bad first day. I hope the rest of your day goes a little better, huh?
Yeah, me too. Hope your day keeps going great. Good job on getting them.
Yeah, all right. You stay out of trouble. And she smacks her pad against her hand, tucks it back in her leather jacket, and goes off to consult with some other cops.
I call Jacky.
Okay.
Jacky?
Yeah? Yeah?
I need to change my identity. I don't know if you know anybody who can forge an ID. Birth certificate, his life history, employment history. So, yeah.
Ed,
Yeah.
what have you done?
Okay. I may have been. My work insurance, I may have been skimming a little bit off the top, but apparently the whole, everybody else was also doing that. And the whole thing was a scam. It's fraud. It's fraud. I worked for insurance. Yeah, it was insurance fraud. And there's cops just swarming all over the place. I feel kind of sick.
Oh, well, you know what? It's funny that you say that because, you know, I'm, you know, downtown with Manny right now. And we were just going to go over to see you. So on your break. So it sounds like you're on a break. I might have a new job for you.
Okay.
It's not legal.
Well, apparently, neither was my last job. So
that's great.
I was also breaking the law and stealing money from people. So, yeah. But what's the job?
I'm not going to tell you over the phone, Ed. Aren't you the tech person?
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, you know what? Look, I just lost my job and lied to a. You know what? Yeah, I'll meet you. We'll meet at well, why don't we meet at 50? You know, the
No, yeah, it's not a good time. It's not a good time to get over there. It's busy right now. You know, it's the morning rush, and
yeah,
you know, we don't need to bother her. Why don't you meet us, Manny? Where's that cafe that you like? You're talking kind of quiet there. I can't hear you.
Oh, you mean with the fence we didn't want to use? Yeah, just come over this way. And she'll explain the address. I mean, I don't know what Gotham.
Yeah, meet us there.
Yeah,
it's on 43rd Street.
Okay, say hi to Manny for me. It's hard.
Well, I mean, you will.
Join us?
Not for this one. It might not. No Holly.
Oh, okay. Is she busy or something? Well, I guess I'll.
Yeah. Tell him she just went on a holiday.
She went on a holiday. You know.
Whoa. Okay. Okay. I'll be right there. I'll be right there.
All right.
Great. I got it.
Don't do anything illegal before you get here, please.
I usually save the illegal stuff for 10:30 a.m.
Okay, well then please hurry, because traffic's a real bitch right now.
Process the life insurances. So.
All right. Jacky hangs up.
Right.
And you know, you hear beep beep as your phone hangs up, and you look down at your phone. You notice you have a text that you missed while you were talking to either Jacky or Montoya, and it's from one of your ex-wives asking where this month's child support is, as you are late. And with that, we're cutting over to Olly. Olly! What have you been doing since your big payday from the museum heist?
Street racing and murdering corporate bigwigs, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Olly's we probably see a cutscene of Olly doing some street racing pretty aggressively, just whipping around the dark and dingy, you know, bottom layer of these like rotting industrial areas of Gotham. And then there's definitely like a couple news headlines of like CEO of Raycon found murdered in home. Foul play suspected. And it's like the victim was shot 7 times with a shotgun to the chest. And I'm sorry, I just really love the foul play suspected bit. You gotta love it. You know, you can never be certain. Maybe he shot himself 7 times in the chest. You don't know.
Who can say? Really?
Who can say?
Who could possibly say? So yeah, we see this this montage, and then I think we end with you in the car, speeding down the street. Poison Ivy is in the seat next to you. What mission did you just complete?
This was a smash and grab of information related to a pipeline deal that is expected to be pushed through using leverage over several bot senators and congressmen. And so this was basically they have just come from breaking into a corporate headquarters, and rather aggressively, suddenly, and messily, and all over the place, have made their escape with this information.
Great. And Ivy turns around in the seat, says to you, I think we lost them, Olly. Good work. This information. This is gonna change things, finally. I know it. We gotta lay low for some. We gotta find somewhere to lay low for a bit. What about your junkyard? Is that safe?
Yeah, it's safe.
Great. Take us over there.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Yeah, you see Olly gets on the road to cross one of the bridges, heading towards the scrapyard.
Great. So you arrive at the scrapyard to find a cop car parked out front.
Out front of like the front gates?
Yeah. And you can hear inside shouts, the sounds of smashing wood and plastic. Olly, tell us about the scrapyard. Give us a visual.
So the scrapyard is underneath one of the larger bridges that crosses from one section of Gotham to the mainland. So it's pretty much underneath this massive overpass. So there's several huge pylons this space is kind of like this dead industrial space. And there has been cars and trucks and just derelict vehicles stacked in this kind of massive wall, creating this little fortress in a very real way. But the entire area is covered in beds and planters and vines crawling up the entire side of this. So it's like 80-foot walls of steel covered in green. It's a very striking visual image that looks kind of like a really just a rundown scrapyard that nobody even works on anymore. And the interior of the space, there's a large airplane hangar style garage area and a couple like RVs, office building stacked one on top of the other. That's the scrapyard.
Cool. So you pull up, cop cars out front, sounds of commotion inside. What do you do?
Front gates are open?
Yep.
All right. Olly would know that's not normal, for one thing.
No, they look like they've been forced.
Just one cop car?
You just see one.
Cool. He's gonna go to the trunk and get a nice little shotgun. And just a minute, ma'am. We'll be back.
Are you sure you don't want me to come with? I could be helpful.
Whatever you'd prefer.
And Ivy kind of sidles out of the car, sort of like alongside you, but just like a step back, and says, lead the way.
Olly like kind of kicks open the gate a little bit and just kind of strolls in with purpose. This pump action shotgun very inconspicuously for a full-on long arm held in front of them, and kind of pokes the glasses up and is trying to find out what the source of this noise is.
And as you enter immediately, you see there's a couple of cops. There are let's say 3 cops. 2 of the guys are like kicking stuff over, like knocking planters over, tearing down some of the vines that are growing over everything, like throwing vegetables and other things that you've been growing in there onto the ground, and just sort of like smashing up all the plantings. And there's one cop who's sort of bending over Scraps with his hands on both arms of Scraps' wheelchair. And he's saying, "You tell us where that kid is, or we're just gonna keep tearing this place apart, old man!" Olly, tell us about Scraps.
Scraps is he's pretty old. He's one of those scary fit old dudes where you're just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what are you, vampire? But he's an older African-American gentleman with a very well shaved bald head and like kind of a scraggly white beard. And the man is jacked. He is in a wheelchair, but he is clearly just mobily different. He clearly can move himself around with pretty good ease.
Yeah, and he's also clearly like holding himself back at this point because the cop is like right up in his face, and he's just got his hand, Scraps, like planted on the rims of the wheels, and he thrusts his face right up into the cops and says, "I ain't telling you pigs nothing." Olly, what do you do?
It's my dad. And Olly is going to can I sneak up on them pretty much? There's 3 of them. 2 of them are busy smashing stuff.
They're not paying attention to you, so yeah, you can give that a shot.
Yeah, if they're smashing stuff, that sounds like I got the drop on them.
Sure.
So I think Olly, you grew up on the streets, so you learn how to move quiet, and is just going to get right up behind the one that's threatening Scraps, and is just going to very wastefully rack the shotgun and eject a shell onto the ground on fire, but it's for dramatic effect.
Let's get a prowl roll.
Yes. All right. I have no pips in that.
Cool.
Talk
Talk
a big game, but I go vroom vroom.
You're starting with 2 dice, and you're taking the lower result. The cops do not exceed your level. You don't have any harm, and this is not a desperate situation yet. So you're not subtracting anything, which is, fine because you can't go any lower than none. You don't exceed the target. Nobody's assisting you. The only way that you can get some dice on this is you can push yourself, or you can take a devil's bargain.
Guess what's the lower of a 6 when the other one's a 6? Because get fucked. That's my first roll this fucking season, y'all.
Cool. There you go. So that is a full success without consequences. If you were rolling positively, you would have gotten a critical success. But
we
full,
can't always
complete
get what
success, you do exactly what you wanted. So, yeah, you pump the shotgun, chunk, and the cop whips around, but you have caught him totally by surprise. You got a second to act if you want to do something. What do you do?
I think, Olly just sidesteps so that Scraps isn't in the line of fire, and that the cop is between Olly and his co-conspirators. And you looking for someone?
What? Who the hell are you? And his
That's,
hand
awfully
is
bold.
on his firearm.
If you like your internal organs where they are, I don't see a warrant, Haas.
We don't need no goddamn warrant. We're looking for some street kid.
So you're gonna come in here, threaten an old man, and you see like a tiny little like twitch, like kind of a wink at Scraps, and start breaking shit that ain't yours, huh?
Hey, we're doing our jobs, pal.
Oh yeah, you're doing your fucking jobs. Sure. Cool story, bro. Who sent you?
Scraps pipes up behind them. Nobody sent him, Olly. They're chasing some kid. Chased him right in here, and they think I'm gonna give him up. And I fucking sure as hell ain't.
Yeah, that tracks. Look, you can see there isn't any kid here, and it would be a real shame if something messy happens, right? Right.
I think at this point the other two guys have noticed that something is going on and have also stopped and started to turn hands on sidearms. What do you do?
I'm gonna attempt to intimidate them,
Yeah, sure.
which is also not also disadvantaged. I will, however, push myself.
Okay. So you're gonna command them to get the fuck out of here, which you have already done. So let's. All right. So you start with the number of dice that you have in command.
Which is none.
Levels are a wash. Harm is a wash. And I mean, with the, I do feel like with the two other cops turning around, the situation is a little desperate. They maybe have not noticed poison ivy yet, but I'm gonna knock a die off for that. Levels are a wash to add dice. You don't have any assistance. You can push yourself or take a devil's bargain to get back.
I would love to hear devil's bargain, because I'm starting with disadvantage.
I gotta give you a bad one. You can get the die, but somebody you care about in this situation is going to get hurt.
No. Hard pass on that. Lady Luck. All right, so I'm starting with no pips in command, unless I can somehow use a tune.
I mean, if you want to do something additional.
Ooh. Yeah, it should be what, a rogue's bar. Fuck, I hate that. We usually do a themed bargain name, David. Similar to a deal with the dark side.
Yeah.
You gotta figure that out.
I pitched my vote privately.
We have a pitch for the flip side. I don't know where that would come from.
If you have any fun suggestions,
if you've got anything,
we could each be calling it a different theme, a different thing themed to our boss.
There's no scenario where I will be able to keep track of this.
But we will.
If you do that, y'all are on your own.
Chaos
for the special name.
Wow,
all right,
worst DM ever. Can't keep track of like
4
different varieties.
Can't. Don't want to.
Already doing all of the work.
All right,
And
so
all of the accents.
I'm at disadvantage, right? After pushing myself because I lost a dice. for a desperate situation. I
Okay.
pushed myself to get. Can you get double disadvantage?
You cannot. So if you're already at disadvantage,
Oh, I'm not gonna push myself then.
if
'cause
you're
I'm just gonna
already
be
at disadvantage to start the push, you can't go lower than that. So pushing yourself will always pop you back up to 1.
Started at the bottom, now
order
I'm
of
here,
operations.
folks.
So you're rolling 1.
I'm
you
rolling.
push
Oh, I am
yourself.
rolling 1. Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah,
Then I
yeah,
will
yeah.
push myself. And all right. So yeah, I think Olly is going to kind of like flip the sunglasses down and just kind of let those bright ass green eyes just kind of squint menacingly at this cop, and try to use that to.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
All right. Oh, that's a 1. That's a fuck. That's
All right. Yeah. So that's gonna be a failure, and there's going to be a negative consequence as well. Yeah. So the cop you were talking to meets your gaze and says, "You threatening a cop? Real smart, buddy. Boys, come on, let's show this Joker a thing or two." And they are going to they had their hands near their guns just in case, but they will take out their nightsticks, and they rush you, and they are going to attempt to beat the shit out
I'm
of
definitely
you,
gonna
Olly.
just shoot one of them.
All right. Do you want to? Are you resisting this
Yes.
consequence?
Yes, I am resisting this consequence.
All right. For this, if you are trying to resist them by just being faster on the draw,
That is
with
100%.
prowess. So roll a number of dice equal to your prowess down the column.
Cool. I also have the lightning reflexes special ability as an ace. And that means if there's a question of who acts first, it's always you.
Great. Cool. So, so you absolutely act first in this scenario. The question is essentially, if you're shooting, does your shot hit?
Okay. Yes. That's dope. That's a 6 and a 3.
Okay. So with a 6, you're actually taking 0 stress for this, as it is 6 minus the highest result. You got a 6. So you avoid the consequence, and you get a shot off. I think. What are you going for? Are you like?
So I didn't say what my shotgun was loaded with.
Yeah.
I'm going for some crazy poison ivy bullshit.
Hell yeah.
So this is 100% so you see just the loud explosion of the shotgun going off, and then you just watch one of these cops just kind of stumble backwards, and there's this patch of green that is spreading across his chest, and as like vines are just kind of growing super rapidly and like begin pinning his arms to his side, and just like it's kudzu basically. Just
and he's just sort of going backwards, like against, like he just sort of falls against some of the stacked cars, and the vines are just growing out of his chest, and he's like being grown into the wall of stacked cars, and the other two look at this like with horror. Poison Ivy, I think, steps in and says, "Boys, you're not playing nice. I suggest you take your games elsewhere." And she sort of flips her hand around, and you hear this guy is entirely covered with vines now. You see the vines twist, and you hear a snap, and he is not screaming anymore. The other two cops, however, are, and they look around for a split second, and they book it out of there. High speed. Jesus Christ! It's fucking poison ivy! And their car doors slam, and they are zooming off down the street, away from you. Yeah, you've chased them off for now. What do you do?
Well, that's definitely not gonna come back to bite us in the ass, huh?
Hey,
You're...
listen, kid. If everything that we did that was gonna come back to bite us in the ass actually came back and bit us in the ass, we wouldn't have any asses anymore.
I don't know that I want to engage with you on that theological level, but you're probably right, old man.
Yeah.
So
Thanks. You did me a solid back there.
Yeah, well, turnabout's fair play.
You look over Olly to see Ivy kind of kneeling next to the completely vine-encrusted now body of this extremely corrupt police officer, and she's just sort of stroking her fingers along these plants that have been trampled. This planter that's been upended, and there are these stalks of some tomatoes. Yes, let's say tomato plants that have just been snapped apart, and the tomatoes crushed. And she's just sort of running her fingers along them, and she looks over to you, Olly, and she's just furious. Just nothing but fury in her face. They're monsters, Olly. All of them. No respect for anything living. Things that are really living. Things that are connected directly to the earth. Just a bunch of animals. Poor babies.
I think that's doing the animals a disservice, Doc.
Well, I will need to find another place to lay low, and I gotta get these documents off. Like I said, Olly, we'll bring him down. Sooner or later, we'll bring all the animals down. She places her fingers on one of the vines, and you can see some sort of little spores kind of float up as the tomato plant leaves sort of uncrush, and the vine sort of straightens up and becomes a nice brighter shade of green. And this is what you see, Jacky, Manny, and Ed, as you enter the scrapyard in search of Olly.
So it looks like you've been busy.
Oh, shit.
Good evening, Miss Ivy. That is a beautiful plant you have made there.
Thank you, dear. More beautiful now. Should have seen it a minute ago. I have a lot of work to do.
You both, okay? Jacky is noticing the dead bodies.
Yeah, you wanna help me bury a body real quick?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Ivy, she gives a little salute as she walks on over to help bury some bodies.
Not yet. Ollie just kind of walks over to Ivy, just goes, "Let me know where you're gonna lay low. We'll figure out what the next step is, and you know how to get a hold of me if you need me. Yeah."
I'll be in touch, sweetheart. See you soon.
You are not audible. You're very quiet. Are you talking to the plants again?
Am I not audible? Has
You
my
were not
mic cut
audible.
out?
You were not
Yeah.
audible. I think
Okay.
I think it was lower than the gate.
Great.
Than
Ivy got
Ivy's-
too sexy on us.
Yeah,
I,
way too sexy.
hold on. I've got the glasses for this.
There it is.
She
There they are.
says, she says, "All right, sweetheart. I'll see you soon." And she turns and makes her way out of the scrapyard, files
space
in
at,
hand.
My apartment, if you need to couch surf for a night. I got some succulents. I wouldn't mind you taking a look at. I just can't seem to keep them alive. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But I just wanted to offer, I can even take the couch and you can sleep on the bed, of course.
Ivy walks by you, Ed, and just sort of like traces a finger over your shoulder, looks back to you, Olly, and says, "Your friend's a dear, Olly. Really." And sachets out of there. Ed, part of your shirt has developed a little sort of spreading hole, like acid has been dropped on the side of it.
What was that? Oh, okay. So, she
Yeah.
won't look at my succulents, okay?
I'll
Was
look
it
at your
the succulents?
I'll
Should
look
I-
at your I'll look at your succulents, Ed.
I would really appreciate that.
It's a good friend.
Jacky wipes some dirt off of her hands as she finishes shoving like a shallow grave. She quickly, under her breath, like to Ollie's, just like, you tell her yet?
Tell her about the long-term plans for bringing down the corporate interests that are dumping toxic waste into the river. Yeah.
You know that's not what I meant.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All
I
right.
can't. What?
Nothing.
Mm-hmm. Why are you here?
Well, I actually have a reason to be here. I got a job for us. It's a good paying job, high risk, but it's one where it's kind of got to be off the books, just us, no bosses.
Well, you're in luck. I'm on a little bit of a downtime.
Yeah, I got some downtime coming to me too, so that's why I'm able to have taken on this extra contract work. There's one little thing. It comes from Carmine. Falcone comes from Falcone.
It comes from
It comes from Falcone,
Yeah.
all right? So it's legit. The work's legit. As
Jacky's
it were.
a big deal.
Not a big deal.
Just to be very clear, being
Jackie,
legit
You stop talking
and being
about
safe are
yourself
two
like
very
that.
different things.
I know.
Well, he'll pay. If we do a good job and we keep our word, he'll keep his. We'll pay. There'll be money in the bank. That's all you really need to know about that. And
What's
This-
the rub?
we have to break into Blackgate to rescue Selena Kyle because apparently he owes her.
Oh my god, Selena Kyle? Did you know I went on this really awkward date with her once?
What?
Yeah. It was
Was it actually her or someone pretending to be her?
No, I did like a background check. And, I think it was her.
We can ask her when we break her out of prison.
Oh
I
no,
mean,
it
I
was-
love
it was
you, Ed,
really
but
it was really awkward.
Well, you're gonna see her again
Really.
because you already said yes.
Just don't bring it up, is what I mean.
Oh, I'm
Had a
gonna bring it
second
up now.
impression. Yeah, we're definitely. How are we not gonna bring it up?
Anyway, so
It's gonna be brought up.
the gist is we go to Blackgate, do our thing, get her out. And apparently I got tipped that she might have something planned, and us breaking her out might mean we get a cut of that, whatever it is she's got. If it's good, why not? I need the money. I'm sure you guys do too. So, kind of need your answer so I can get back to Falcone. So I can get back to Falcone about this.
Yeah, this seems like a great idea. Yeah, fuck it. I'm in.
All right. We needed the getaway driver to cinch this whole thing together. So we've got the hacker, we've got the driver, we've got the burglar, and, I'll punch people real good if it comes down to that.
All right, on one condition, I am not sitting in the back seat while Ollie drives.
All right. Shotgun it is.
As if you aren't cradled like a baby every time I drive. by the embrace of my vehicle.
Feels more like I'm being cradled by the embrace of death, but
Same difference.
no.
Jacky,
Hey, let's get this show on the road.
Jacky flips open her phone and types in a quick message to that unknown number. Cruise in. Job's on.
Nice.
All right, and with that, we're gonna take our late. Thank you for all sticking with us. Break. So, your goal as a crew right now is to break into Blackgate Penitentiary and extract Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman. You're gonna need to locate Selena Kyle in the facility and come up with a plan to get in there, get her, and get back out again. So, let me ask, where do you go to plan the job? I believe there was mention of a cafe, but you could go literally anywhere in Gotham City that you would like. So, where does the crew meet to start their planning?
Starbucks.
Are we planning our evil crime in Starbucks?
That's hilarious.
I mean, yeah,
Well,
if
it's
that's what
Goth
you want to
Bucks,
do.
And I think Goth Bucks is pretty used to shit going down. I mean, come on.
Does Gothbucks have like a spooky Halloween theme year round?
Sure.
Because I would
It's-
give them so much money. IRL Hopper would just be
Okay,
like,
so
oh yeah.
so it's the it's like the Starbucks mermaid, but it's sort of like a gothic Lolita version
Yes.
of it, and the
It's-
surrounding
and
circles
Medusa?
are
Yes.
like
Maybe-
spider webs.
And we're just
Yeah.
in one of like the back booths.
Yeah, everything is very like, it's like goth, like chic, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have these booths with these like
it's industrial
black
goth.
leather, like padded, like crosshatch padded backs, and like this industrial, like exposed piping that's like the table legs, and all this stuff.
Yeah, and Jacky knows one of the baristas to like just ignore what we're doing.
Manny's normal fence work is the manager.
Yes.
Right. But we found the
Bring it back.
the shadiest store.
Uh-huh.
All right, so you
one
are
of 26 locations in the greater Gotham metropolitan area.
Yeah, if you go a block and a half that way, there's one across the street.
Yeah.
so
They
you
don't
are
make my tea right.
you are tucked in the back of Goth Bucks in the furthest corner booth, the furthest darkest corner booth, nursing your either incredibly sugary fancy drinks, or I assume at least one of you assholes is just gonna get a black coffee.
Oh,
Um,
I'm sorry. I drink exclusively fair trade kombucha.
Oh yeah,
In real life or
you got a
in
thing of
real-
booch.
No, I drink as much coffee as I can put into my body, because life is pain.
Yeah,
Cream, no sugar.
Olly has the crunchiest kombucha on offer. They definitely have like a big glass vat that you can see through, like a big jar with a tap on the bottom, so you can see the mother in there.
Oh, my mom loves that stuff.
I hate it so much.
She keeps trying to get me to drink it. I don't really.
Hopper finds it upsetting. Ollie is totally into it.
Jacky's got what looks like a regular coffee, but when she was like putting in like her cream and sugar, she also like dunked a lot of sugar in it and literally stacked the cinnamon and ginger and nutmeg on in there and then quickly shut it so no one would see that that's how she takes her coffee.
Amazing.
Manny totally saw it, but Manny's also with a 30-ounce whatever the Gotham version of the off-menu unicorn shit is. Like, she's like in her hoodie and all like sulky.
Manny, you're not
Have
gonna
this-
like what I think it's gonna be called,
Oh no.
because it's definitely the Harley Quinn.
No.
Oh no!
She did order the Harley Quinn and she's gonna suck on it and cry.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's definitely not
Manny.
unicorn colors. It is explicitly like Harley Quinn movie colors. You know, you're
yeah. There's a lot of
it's like
red and blue and pink and yellow,
Yeah.
pink and yellows and
yeah.
Oh no!
What's
So-
Ed
Ed has a
drinking?
black tea.
Nice black tea. Ed's a
Manny will
man after my
Oh.
own heart.
Manny will elbow Ollie and ask if they have a flask.
How fucked up do you want to get?
She just opens the lid and holds it out.
Ollie
Hey,
pulls
I mean-
a flask out.
I mean, Ollie, look at what she's wearing. I mean,
We gotta be strategic over here. I got a
Oh.
map and everything.
you don't. I'm not here for my brains. Oh wait, I should really stop that.
This. I
If
don't
Ollie-
know if
how-
this. I don't. This might kill you.
Please don't die before we do this heist.
Why don't you smell it first?
How about we plan and then we
I think
get
should-
drunk after?
Yes.
about-
Manny's
Yeah,
I
gonna take
love
it.
that.
Take a shot at least.
Oh,
Don't-
you take a
don't spike-
shot. You take a quick little sip. It
Yes.
tastes so bad. It smells like diesel. It smells like diesel.
Oh my
and
God, Ollie, what
Ollie,
is this?
I love you, but that tastes like sewage.
it's very hard for me to get drunk. You guys know that. So it takes
Oh,
a little
boy.
something
Fair.
extra.
That's fair.
Extremely
I-
resistant to toxins.
Extremely resistant to toxins.
So
Unfortunately, that includes alcohol.
if we're all drunk enough, we're gonna break into the most difficult prison to get out of in Gotham. It's not like Arkham. There's practically a revolving door there. So this one we might actually have to, put our heads together and think of. Can't just come up with it on the fly like we did last time. And I know our boss is not in this, so we're not as motivated, but there's money, and I'm kind of motivated by that right now.
I'm extremely motivated by money.
Thank you, Ed. That's the attitude I want.
I do not have a boss. But I do have lots of children and several ex-wives, and they all need money, and I also need money. Okay.
The barista comes over because there's table service at this because I think it'd be funny, and says, "Hey everybody, how are you doing with your drinks? Does anybody want another one? Or can I get you any sugar or like milk?
Do we
or like
need water for the table?
Jackie's like leaning over the maps. I'm good for now.
Okay, yeah, I'll get you like some waters. Do you want like lemon in those, or like?
I don't know. Manny, do you want lemon? You want lemon in Ollie? Lemon?
Yeah.
We paint the lemons black, so
I think we could just get like
it
a whole
won't
flip
it
of
won't
lemons
mess
to
up
the table.
anybody's vibe, except I guess like your vibe. He says to Manny.
Uh,
But like we
My
can give you like a
my
regular
vibes
lemon.
are super messed up right now.
Yeah, right on. So let me get you those waters.
Yeah.
Do you want
That'd be-
straws?
Oh, sorry,
in
y'all. This is
those?
what I really sound like.
We're trying to like cut back on straws, so you gotta ask for a straw.
That's
Dude,
all
just,
fine.
like,
Yeah, I
fuck
think
off
And
or
that's
the
something.
options there's 2 color options. We have the rainbow option, and we do have a black option. So
black's good. I'm good with black. She's like gathering up all of like the
That's-
maps at this point because the guy still won't go away. She's like run out of ways to like lean against the table.
okay,
Water.
cool. So I'll be back with your water and
Right.
straws and all that, and
Okay.
The lemons.
Right.
lemons.
okay,
Yeah.
bye. Bye now.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
Thank you.
He
Right,
trundles.
yes.
He trundles off.
All right. Okay.
Manny, I just have. Is that?
Oh wait, guys, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Do you want
Ollie
ice
just
in
pulls a
those
handgun
waters?
out of their jacket and lays it on the table.
Oh.
Okay, brah. I did not realize this was that kind of table, so I'm going to go into the back.
Water tip well. We tip well. Just go get the water and go get.
Yup, thumbs up, brah.
Thanks again.
And he scuttles right the fuck off.
All right.
Manny, is that your real accent?
Yeah. I haven't brought it out in a long time.
Well, why not? Why would?
Cause I always thought it sounded kind of dumb, and I didn't want to sound dumb to Harley.
Look, you don't sound dumb. You sound great.
You sound great. I love your voice. You don't have to make up a voice for somebody. 'Cause-
I mean, but you know, it kind of worked, and everybody said we were like 2 peas in a pod, and
well,
I meant that in the way that you guys seem to really love each other. And you know that's a rare thing, and you should
I mean,
Cherish
I do,
that.
and we do, but you know, now she thinks that I'm just another her, and apparently that's not a good thing. So I don't even know who to be anymore.
well,
Hmm.
what about being yourself? You know.
Yeah. I've been inspired by Harley for like the last 12 years. I don't know who me is.
Jacky is staring into the middle distance while you're talking about this. Just like,
Wait, who here can relate to what Manny is saying? Raise your hand.
I think you should do whatever you think that is going to make you, satisfied with your life. And I think that you should be yourself, but also, it sounds like you want to be with Holly, and I think she just needs to see you for who you are, and then, you guys can work it out.
Yeah.
I-
I mean,
Well-
and until she calls back, I guess I can help you do whatever you need to do. I mean, I think the money would be nice, but we're not really hurting. But I think I mostly just want to show Harley that, I can do my own stuff.
All right. I like that. Money, and we can do our own stuff. That's some good motivation for us not to get killed and or put in Blackgate ourselves, because I've been there and it's not fun.
Wait, you've been in prison out there?
Jacky just sort of blinks at you and just goes, Manny, I don't know if you know this, but I'm a career criminal. This might
Yeah,
come
I mean,
as
but
as a
everybody.
shock to you.
I just
Yeah.
didn't know you got caught.
Well, shit happens. I was in there for about 2 years, and then I And then maybe a couple of years more, and then I got out. So I know what it looks like in there.
Would it be hard to get? Would you want to do what we did in Arkham and get kind of thrown in the clink and make our way out?
I've got some mild suspicions that maybe if one of us got thrown in there, sure, I don't think that would tip anybody off. But, all three of us go in, boom, 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 after what just happened at Arkham last year.
Yeah, that's good.
I wonder if that might make people a little suspicious.
But I thought, okay. GM, out of character, was the Arkham stuff ever even focused on us, or was it more about the fact that our bosses got out of Arkham? Like, did anyone even pay attention to our role in it?
Here's the thing about Gotham City, just in general. There are so many criminals, and the important ones are constantly escaping custody in some fashion or another. And the police are both incredibly corrupt and stretched incredibly thin. And, nobody can fucking keep track. This is why a city... this is why a city needs a Batman. If you can keep track of the criminals, and when people escape from a high security facility, easily track them down and recapture them, you don't need a Batman.
I'm gonna go ahead and push back on the idea that nobody's keeping track or doing a good job, because I just want to throw a shout out to Gotham Department of Transportation, because with that many high-speed chases, that much destruction, the amount of infrastructure that they're dealing with and repairing to keep the roads maintained and smooth.
The unsung heroes.
Let's hear it for Gotham civil servants that aren't pigs.
Yeah, for sure. They're doing overtime, and they're all saints. And they are severely understaffed and underfunded because everybody is constantly stealing shit in this city. Nobody can even pay taxes. Gotham City is incredibly dysfunctional. Nobody has...
Selena Kyle's visiting us.
Kitty is my favorite of all.
I love that this is the third time this has happened.
Show cat!
And their face is just help.
She has to be in my room because there's a dog outside, and she is terrified.
No.
I apologize for the
Never
cameos.
apologize.
Never apologize for cats. I went outside during the break, and Goblin yelled at me because he's mad that I closed the door so he can't be on the stream.
How dare you?
And the only thing that little Gerblin craves is fame and
chaos,
piles of meat.
Jacky sort of gives a little half nod about everything. It's just I've been thrown in there once. I could be the inside one if you want me to. I know how the layout. I know some of the layout anyway.
Wait. Okay. Recently, I told a police officer. First of all, yes, Jacky. Yes, but I think I'm liking this man on the inside, or woman on the inside, or person on the inside. But we need. I'm thinking. What if I could get a job as a security guard? I gave my name to a police officer recently. Not my name. I said my name was Ted Chardon. But if I could make those documents, maybe I could finagle my way into, security guard. That way, I don't know, that we got low level, sure, but
yeah,
somebody's in there with, codes and...
I like that. I like that.
Well, so we already know that prisons are meant to keep people in, not out, really. So why don't we just do a smash and grab?
Well, do you know where Selena Kyle's exact cell is, Ollie?
I mean, can't we find that out?
Well, we can ask around, but it might be easier to do that asking once one of us is in the actual prison. Listen, we don't need to be subtle. I don't care. Subtlety is not really my specialty, to be honest.
Well, if we're not going to be subtle,
Really?
why can't we just bribe a guard and get that information before we go in?
I can break some bones if we need to.
Yeah.
I can also try to hack, my way in and find the information.
Yeah, you can do that at the table, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why
Yes.
don't you just get us the prisoner logs?
I can do that, right?
Can you
Tia?
also get us the blueprint?
Right.
You know, you can try.
Jacky's got some maps in front of her.
I think
Maybe the guard schedules.
Yo, where's that little brat with our water?
Oh my god.
you
I
see
think you
him
made him
like
pee his
peek up
pants.
over the bar counter, and then when he sees you looking in his direction,
Ollie, don't intimidate the barista, for God's sakes. It's hard enough doing that kind of job in this city.
Some people don't have guns pointed at them every single day, Ollie.
Some
In
people
Gotham?
don't live in Gotham? Where do you guys live?
I was gonna say.
You guys, is Ed, you in a nicer zip code now?
Well, I'm living, I don't know, I worked in Midtown, I don't know, honestly, I don't know enough about Manhattan to say, I mean, God,
I'm just speaking as a
God,
former barista and waitress. Don't intimidate these people. It's hard enough as it is.
Yeah,
Fair
my
enough.
guess is the guy's probably too stoned to remember anything, so we're probably okay.
Fair. But still,
But
be nice.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah, I guess we'll try hacking. What could go wrong, right?
Cool.
Nothing. I mean, you
okay.
could just toss out that phone, right? If it, they get rid of it.
Totally, it works like that.
So,
I go through phones like every month.
Wait, you guys have phones?
I
Ollie
have
holds
a
up
new
a
one.
beeper.
all right. Yeah, Ed. Let's see what kind of hacking you can do here. All right. So you're gonna start out with you're gonna tinker with some computer systems here.
Yes.
Okay. So you're gonna start out with your tinker. The number of dice you have in tinker. You're going to subtract 1 for every level your target exceeds you. So here's the bad news.
Oh,
Gotham City Police are level 3. So you are down 3 dice off the bat.
so all of them.
Cool. All right. So you're rolling 2 dice, and you're going to take the lower of the 2 results. Now, if there is some possible way that a crew, one of your crew can assist.
I've got you. I can assist you, and I can ignore the stress cost.
All right.
If I talk you through this, which is going to be freaking wild.
I would very much like to hear this, please.
I think Jacky is a little familiar with some of the security systems in Blackgate. She was there for a couple years. She knows how crummy some of those systems are. She's probably seen Black Mask and Penguin literally walk in and out of the place sometimes, and maybe watched how they were doing it. So
yeah, I think the Blackgate security system is sort of like a it's let's say it's like a nut. It's like a coconut. right? Like the outer shell is like pretty tough. You're gonna have a time getting in there, but like once you're through that, everything inside is just delicious milk.
Thank you for that coconut metaphor. It was really
We
Juicy.
can we
Wait a
get
second, I didn't think that through.
like paint a picture with your words, David. It's incredible.
I just need a
Okay,
clip of
forget
David
the
saying,
coconut. Forget the coconut.
Delicious.
I
milk.
can't now. It's there.
Oh no, this is happening.
So like Jacky's leaning over you and being like, I think I remember. I bet they haven't changed the security codes in years. If that's true, go 45601 254.
I thought this was supposed to be like the most advanced prison.
Just try it. I want to see what happens.
All right. I put in the numbers.
Cool. And Ed, the last thing that you can do, you're up to 1 currently from Jacky's assistance. You can also push yourself or take a devil's bargain.
Yeah. As I open up my phone to like start the hacking, it opens up to the last read text message, which is the you're late on the child support payment, and I'm like, oh, we really gotta get on this, really gotta do a good job. So I would like to take 2 stress and push myself.
Okay, you're up to 2 dice. Roll them and tell us what the highest result is.
Okay. Come on. Zombies. Oh, shit. Well, that's 4.
4. Okay. So a partial success. So you do it, but there's a complication or a consequence. All right. So what are you trying to hack into specifically, Ed? And what are you trying to get?
Okay, so I would like to, Jacky's got her maps. I would like to, I think I'd like to get the logs of high-profile prisoners, and just all the information I can find on that, specifically anything relating to Selena Kyle, Catwoman, her location, anything
Okay.
like that.
So you're hacking into the prisoner records
Perhaps.
to look for any information to basically get the database file on Selena Kyle. Yeah?
Mhm.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Get Kyle's files. Great.
Nice.
So, Ed, I think I'll let you know this, because you're a pretty decent hacker, but unfortunately, you trip a few little things. You leave a few little traces here and there. It's not a 100% clean entry. The access logs are not totally scrubbed, and you can't work around and get back to them, unfortunately. So I'm going to start and tick a clock. And we will just call this clock we'll just call this Blackgate security detection. Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Am I aware of this?
Who?
Is Ed aware of this? Like, am I aware that someone might be...
So it's the sort of thing where like you're in there and you would like to be able to scrub the access log, where that shows who accessed, that somebody accessed the system and when, but you can't crack the security on the access log, even though you've gotten the file and copied the actual prisoner file over.
I feel like it's because I'm doing it from my phone and my fingers are too big. Okay. So good news, got some information. Bad news, somebody is gonna find out that we were looking for this information. So,
and this is a
we gotta
6-segment clock that I'm starting. There is one
All right.
segment now ticked.
Well, can you erase some of all of your info from your phone?
that's not gonna stop what's just been.
Okay.
The problem is they're gonna see somebody's been looking.
So I guess we're making a
not-
move today then.
Yeah, so no more drinking.
Wait, really?
Damn it.
Oh, you wanted to wait around? I got news for you. Falcone doesn't like delays. And the faster we get this done, the faster I never get to deal with him again. So,
Yeah,
kind of keen on getting going.
we don't.
Shit.
I thought we'd do at least like a day of homework before we just go in there, but I guess we'll have to fly by the seat of our pants.
We're
Look,
good at
I got
that.
some information.
That is up to you. There's, maybe they don't check the security logs that often.
The chances.
Or maybe they check them every day at a specified time.
So, what do you want to do? How do you want to do this? Smash and grab, or we go in quiet like?
I say, up to obviously group discussion, but I say we aim to do sort of an extraction, and if things go bad, smash and grab.
Yeah,
Well-
maybe we go in quiet and smash our way out if we have to.
It might be nice to have somebody. We got Ed gonna do security for us. I could be
I frozen
inmate on the
teed up already.
inside, but we could
How are we gonna get you in and like if we don't have time?
Jacky sort of leans back and reveals the 2 revolvers that are on her hip and be like, I could think of a couple ways in which I could get myself thrown in there.
Out of character. Is this a jail or a prison? Because there's a difference.
Yes.
Thank you.
And
It's a prison.
So you're not gonna
It
get
is-
to prison in a day?
It is both. So
it is
Selena
both. It's like
Kyle is
Rikers.
yeah. So it's similar to Rikers. There are multiple. This is a big island with multiple buildings on
Okay.
it, multiple facilities. Some of the facilities are like a prison, are actual prisons, and some of the facilities are jails. You are trying to break Selena Kyle, for what it's worth,
Yeah.
and you would know this immediately, Ed, from the records that you brought up, out of jail. She's
Yeah.
being held until she goes to trial for whatever it is that she got herself caught for.
So getting Jacky thrown in jail, that helps us.
Trust me, they'll go right for Blackgate for me.
Well, okay, but
But
what
could
do you-
be.
What do Olly and I do?
I was gonna suggest maybe I don't know. Could be useful to have guards or something if you want to knock one of them out, impersonate them.
Do they have bring your kids to work day?
Oh
And
my
is it coming
god.
up?
I want to know where you're going with this so badly.
Oh my god. Like, I adore that idea. I
Also,
feel
we're all grown ass adults.
Wait, but I'm older, and
That's-
y'all are
that's
youngins.
okay.
I'm not that
For-
young.
Fortune roll.
Ma-
Fortune roll for this.
I was like, Manny can do it.
So what is a relevant
Damn, that's
attribute
good.
for this?
God, that's
I think this is just a straight D6 roll. Somebody roll it for me. Let me know what you
Oh.
get.
Oh, you
Maddie.
Maddie.
Maddie's got to
All
do
right.
it.
Oh
It's
boy.
your idea.
Okay. It was a 5.
It was a 5. Okay, so that's a weak or mixed success on a fortune roll. So what I will say is, you're digging around in the Blackgate systems. You see a notice on the like internal. There's like an employee internal site that prison staff and guards and all that use. You note that there is bring your kid to work day, bring your child to work day, but it is not coming up until next week.
It is definitely called Black Book.
I was gonna say, like, are we sure it's not just on the Facebook page for the employees and their families?
I thought you meant that was the name of Bring Your Kid to Work Day, and I was really puzzled.
No, that's their internal social network.
Yeah. It's definitely Black Book. I'm writing that down.
Well, there is a Bring Your Kids to Work Day coming up next week. I mean,
How long do we think they're gonna hold Selena?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
again,
not waiting.
Gotham City, everything sucks. It's shitty and inefficient. Like, people get held for unreasonable amounts of time just waiting to go to trial.
Without trial
Well,
or without a hearing. That's trash.
I mean,
I suspect
Yes.
it's gotten worse since a couple of key events occurred.
if we wait and they do decide to bring her into trial, it'd be a hell of a lot easier to break her out of a prison transport.
It's true. That's true. Or you could just say you missed the memo that it was next week and that you're now doing it this week.
On top of pretending to be an employee.
No. See, I'll have documents, fake documents for that. Full proof.
Which we're getting.
I have them. I think I can do that according to my gear.
Well, that's right. We're playing Blades in the Dark.
Yes, you can. Oh, that's a thing.
I don't know if I can do that ahead of time or if we're like on the job now.
I am calling this. We've started making rolls and we've started marking stress. So job is on.
All
right, Jacky, what's the air situation there?
What? Like the
The
filtration?
air. No. Did they have anything to stop people from, flying a helicopter over there?
No. There's a helicopter landing pad not too far away. That's, part of the prison transfer.
They got in-house medical?
Yeah, most prisons do. Now, I don't know about the jail part, but the prison part, sure. I got put in there a couple times.
Yeah, Jacky, you would definitely know there is an infirmary on Blackgate Island.
Out of character. Oh, buddy.
Yeah, you should have seen the other guys.
If we need a quick escape, that's what I was doing last year. I learned how to fly a helicopter.
Oh,
All right.
that's pretty damn sweet, Olly.
I was up the coast when the doc got snatched. That's how she ended up in Arkham. I wasn't
Wait.
around.
So,
If I'm in as a guard, I can, and it'll be authorized. I can authorize it once I've got access to their systems.
Take a medical emergency.
how do we get Olly onto the island?
Well, the helicopter.
Oh,
Yeah.
you going?
Ollie
gonna,
picks up a black painted lemon wedge.
Oh, you're gonna hijack I thought you were gonna take it out. I didn't know you were gonna hijack one on the way in too.
You do have to steal a helicopter for this.
What a shame.
What could go wrong?
Absolutely not.
All right,
All
so
right,
let me get this straight.
Good luck.
Okay, so you have a 3-pronged infiltration. Jacky is going to get herself booked to the prison and locate Selena Kyle. Ed and Manny are guards.
No, I'm his daughter.
Okay, so Ed is a guard. Manny is his daughter for Bring Your Child to Work Day.
Which I got wrong. Yeah, because I'm new again.
Uh-huh. And
Yeah.
once Jacky locates Selena Kyle and maybe gets her out of her cell, or maybe not, you two are going to gather the two of them up, fake a prisoner transfer, and then get everybody out to the helipad where Olly will land with a stolen helicopter and bring you all up and out. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I don't see why it could possibly go wrong.
Seems absolutely flawless.
Isn't it obvious that we're the ones that plan all of the heists that we've been working on this entire time?
I do have one question. When I hacked, what did I learn when I hacked into their system? Is that when I learned about Take Your Kids to Work Day, or did I learn anything about
you
Selena
learned
Kyle?
about Take Your Kids to Work Day, and you have Selena Kyle's full prisoner file. So
Okay.
it has stuff like her rap sheet. It has information about where she's been transferred, arrest information, court dates, that sort of thing, and it also does have her location in Blackgate Jail, Building B, Cell Block 4. Anything else you would want to know from those records?
Not right now. Her location.
Okay.
Oh
well,
wait.
you have access to them on a rolling basis, so anytime you want to know something about the that might be in the records, you got them.
Does it say when her meals are, or when guards check on her, or is that shenanigans?
That I think that's sort of standardized throughout the prison at large. I think
Okay.
Jacky, that's something that Jacky would just sort of know
Yeah,
about,
that makes
because
sense.
they sort of do, the rounds and meals at the same time.
Hey, Ed. Who else is in the cell block? I see your fucking face, David. I see your fucking face.
Who else is in the cell block, David?
Well, interesting you should ask.
Oh God.
Why don't we find out next week?
God damn it! No! What am I gonna throw myself into?
Oh.
Chaos.
Yeah, viewers, come back next Tuesday, when we might learn about some other interesting characters who are in that cell block at this particular time when our criminals are breaking in to this incredibly secure prison complex. Thank you all for joining us here on ManaPot Studios for the first installment of this flight of Flights of Fandom, Escape from Arkham. We're going to be back with the next episode of our full-length flight next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. In the meantime, head on over to youtube.com/ManaPot Studios to watch some of our past flights. We will, in the near future, have all of our previous Escape from Arkham flights up there. There's a bunch of other games with this crew and others that we have up for your enjoyment. If you haven't checked those out, get on over there. We have a lot of hours of entertaining actual play for you in a huge variety of fandoms. Once again, I have been David. You can check out my games over at dbb-8.itch.io, including some that we have played previously on Flights of Fandom. And if you want to see other stuff that I do, check me out on Instagram and Twitter at dbrunelbrutman. And with that, I will throw it to our cast for any outros and plugs that they might have. We will start with Hopper.
Oh shit, that's me. I have been Hopper and regrettably will continue to be Hopper. And I have been playing Olly. I guess I can be found if you want bad hot takes. You can find me at Fail Deadly. That is with a 3 instead of an E on most social media platforms. And occasionally I put out I don't know, good content on The Legend Tree. And you can also find me on another show here on this network, along with another one of my cast members here, Marcy, on the Hole in the World, a Invisible Sun actual play. We will be returning for the beginning of our second season on August 29th, and that is at 4:30 p.m. EST here on ManaPot Studios.
All right. Moving on over to Puja.
Hey everybody, I'm Puja. You can find me on Twitter at Puja and on Instagram and on Twitch at Pujabberwocky. And pretty light streaming schedule between now and next week because I am jetting off into the woods for a couple of days. So tomorrow night you can find me on Craftic Studios channel as part of the Omens Rising team doing the last episode of our alpha playtest of the new system. So if you're interested in doing that, please come join us at 8 Eastern tomorrow. I'm one of the lore writers for the game, and we just happen to be playing tomorrow's session in one of the cultures, there's twin cultures. I wrote one of them in the twin cultures. So just that for this week, since I'll be offline on all my other streams until back here next Tuesday.
Awesome. Up on and over to Mattie.
Hello. I am still Mattie. Yes. Thank you for watching. It was so fun to be back and in the shoes of Ed. Yeah, you can find me at Cellar Tater. That's cellars and, like a basement, and then taters and tater tot on Instagram and Twitter, where I post art sometimes. Definitely keep, hope you guys all come back next week, and definitely keep watching these wonderful folks. I'm very excited to be back for this flight.
All right, and last up, Marcy.
Hey, it's still me and still Marcy. I am very excited to also be back for this particular flight. I've been enjoying it already, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I think Hopper covered most of the shout-outs. For Flights of Fandom, this is going to be our full flight for the entirety of every Tuesday in August. I'm not going to spoil what's coming up in September. You'll have to just watch all the way through, and then you get to find out. Other than that, you can find me under the username Experimental Madness on most places around the internet, except for Twitter, where I'm under the username Merciful. Maybe you'll find me there once in a blue moon. Who knows? But other than that, looking forward to next week.
All right. And with that, thank all of you for joining me as we kick this one off. Thank you to everyone who is viewing at home, everybody in chat. Y'all are awesome. And we will see you right back here on ManaPot Studios next week. Same bat time, same bat place.